Hello. I don't know why my mic was disconnected or not the default. Alrighty. I am live. I am alive. Barely breathing. Dying. And striving. I am going to work on Project Fighters again this week. We've finished the animations and now have to work on coding some things, which should be a lot of fun. My favorite part of working on this project is when I go to the next thing that I have to do. So if I'm working on lots of code, I can't wait to do animations. And if I'm working on lots of animations, I can't wait to go work on code. And even then, once all this is done, I can't wait to get to a point where I'm maybe working on a map. I don't know. The process is just a lot of fun. The progression. Alright. We are in the blueprints. Hold on. We gotta put this on because there's no sound, there's no music when you work on shit like this. You're just chilling, you know. Okay, so we set up the kickbox items. Camera control check, I feel like was for a previous idea. And then we set up the Taekwondo items. Just so that way I know which is which. Yes. Yes, so we were working on the passive charge, right? Integer. Float. Yes. Okay. Did a little bit of work on this already. It's like it's this thing where there's just like a lot that it still needs to be done, kind of. So like what we want to do with this passive is just set it up so that, turn this down a little bit. There we go. I just want to set it up so that visually it's there, and it works properly, right? So that means, because we have, like I said, we have the kickboxing animations in. So he does his little kickbox animations. Right, that was the whole set. We got a new what is it, like a stance, right? So the passive stance here, which is cool. Kind of like it. The other one was weird. He did like these tippy tappa tappa looking fucking thing. And I need to fix this where the bot is like animated with me. I don't really care. Right now the bot needs to just be a bitch for me right now. But yeah, so currently working on this blueprint, which it's not bringing up the blueprint. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to set this up a certain way. Okay. Let me see. Oh yeah, why don't I just do that? There we go. That's better. And then I can go... No, it's not working. Let's do... Yeah. There we go. Okay. That way I don't have to worry about the fucking save, humping the screen or something like that. Okay, so passive design, development. So we have a thing here now. So passive charge by default is set to 0, and we want it to be where if we deal an ability attack or deal damage with the ability, we want to add 12 to the passive charge. Maximum of 10, right? So it's going through this clamp, so that way it doesn't go above 100. I said maximum 10, didn't I? And then it's going to return the value based on what this adds up to into the passive charge setting. So if we deal an ability damage, we add 12. We set passive charge to 12. We do it again. Passive charge is already set to 12. We add 12 again. Comes up to here to 24, right? So now this is set to 24, and it just kind of loops based on if I keep doing ability damage until it adds up to 100. And then we check passive charge every single time. And if passive charge does not equal 100, or if passive charge does equal 100, right, set to true, we're going to set the boolean passive charged. Now, this might change. It's actually not a bad idea to just change this, but charged passive. Trying to make all of this as efficient as possible. We don't want to bloat the systems. So what does this mean, right? Passive charged. Yeah. What it means is primary attack. If is passive charged is set to true, it's going to go up here and start working out the Taekwondo anims. Now, what I have to do now is work out the stance check stuff. Here. Check stance. Right, so is passive Passive stance, kickbox stance. Right, so I have to add something to this that basically checks the passive charge. So when this is passive, right? This is more like, are you attacking? So this is where if you attack, you're in combat stance. And this is passive stance, because you're chilling. So I may have to rename this stance change back to combat stance. That would make actually a lot more sense. And then set up some stuff. Kickbox stance. Kickbox stance. Then let's keep that actually. Let me check this. Components, character components, combat stance. So yeah, we have a taekwondo stance, kickbox stance, passive stance. So this is fine. So that way we can probably add another branch here. Maybe not here. Stance check. It's passive charged. False. This to taekwondo stance. And then okay, so this is actually a very interesting. This is actually very interesting. Okay. Idea. Get rid of this. Set this down here. This is going to be its own thing. True. Yes. This is going to be the default stance check. And now what I want to do is I want to do a branch here. Actually. This. Boom. Boom. Okay. So before we even start the timer to do the passive stance stuff, we want to check if our passive is charged. If our passive is not charged, it's going to do its own thing. So let's just make sure that works. Right? So we're doing our own thing. Normal, stance check. Passive's not charged, and it works. Beautiful. So now what we want to do is, if passive is charged, hit the taekwondo stance, is attacking. And we don't care about these things. In fact, we do, but we need a new one. This is interesting. Let's see if this works. Can we do a double? Oh, we could do a double. Nice. Okay, perfect. So true, set timer by event. Copy this. True. We don't need to invalidate timer. At least, you know what? I gotta think. Do I want this to be a timed passive? Or do I want it to drain per tick? I'm sure I could do something where I can connect a timer. I have to think about this, but at least for now, for testing purposes, we can leave it be a timer. But like, let's make it like 10 seconds. So a 10-second passive, after which you return. No. Okay, hold on. This is hold on. Stance check, primary attack. So with doing damage currently, the reason that might not work is because this stance check is like, it says 5 seconds, right? I'm trying to think like how this works. Because if I attack, it throws me into... Oh, you know what? I need the animation. Blueprint. Because the system is like, you throw an attack, right? And as you can see right here, right? We're in passive stance. We throw an attack, we enter kickbox, right? But the system is not that simple. Ignore all this. Ignore all this. Here we go. Response anim. Camera control type. So, because I'm trying to think, this is an instant thing. Stance check. Stance check is initiated by this. Stance check. So... Yes. Yes. Okay. We don't need a stance check here. What we need is something else. I have to think for a second. Let's not worry about this right now. Let's come over here. Okay. On ability damage, on basic damage is set for passive charge. Okay. So bicycle kick, we've changed all this. The overhead, we've changed all this. So trace overhead, right punch trace, we could delete this. Here, yes. Get rid of it. Basic attack. We'll just keep that so that way we can have a reference. Bicycle kick. Bicycle kick. Yes. Homing attack we keep. Left punch. Right punch. Spin kick is gonna be redone. Uppercut we'll keep for now. Character interface we keep. Okay, so we need to add damage collision to our new animations, which is really easy. Add a track. Call this damage. Sonic attack next. Attack combo. No, we need the notifies. So, right here we should have some notifies somewhere for Sonic. The blueprints, yeah, damage hitboxes. You can delete all this stuff. Interface left punch. Interface right punch. L attack. Right attack. We just delete all of these, right? Or not the uppercut. I'm gonna keep the uppercut for now. Primary attack. Bicycle kick. Overhead. Yes. I have to go back and clean up all the animations. So that way, you know, we just want to clean all that up. Okay, so we need an anim notify. Anim notify, all caps. I'm going to call this kickbox attack. And then we need a blueprint interface. Right here. Interface, kickbox, attack.
Just what is it that you want to do?
Let's see. Okay, so let's take a look at what we did here. Right, okay. We set this up. Which means we need to set this up first. Kickbox trace. Which we need to set up here as a... Is it a received? Yeah, received. Kickbox trace. The owner. Done and done. So with this setup, I believe we can use this for the what's it called? For the blueprint to set up the collision, but how do you set up where the collision goes? That's what we have to, or when it triggers, right? That's what we set up here. That's why we set up the notify, right? Kickbox attack. So that's one. Some really fast animations, right? So, yeah, there we go. Let me get in a bit closer. 3. Three, 6, nothing on 9? Did I fuck up? Maybe not. So 9 to 12. Excuse me. So now we have all of our notifies set up, which means we can start working in the blueprint. So I need reference here. So there's our trace. Okay. So we need to import the interface that we just created here. So kickbox. Boom. Then it should pop up over here. Beautiful. And we need to set up the timer. We don't need this, I feel like. The trace loop. I feel like that's kind of no longer necessary. Bicycle kick trace. Spin kick. And then we'll keep this for now. Okay, so set timer event. And then we create a new event. This is going to be called kickbox trace. Something like that, right? Yeah. Alright, so now we need to set this to like 0.1. We don't need to set this, set the delay. We need a branch for the timer and to clear and validate. Okay. Check. Is it timer? What was it? Oh, validate. And then that's the branch. And then clear timer by hand. There we go. And then spruce this up. Okay. Kickbox trace. This is where we get to actually design the location for it, right? So I've set up these purple arrows to represent hitbox locations for Sonic. Did this for Shadow as well. I feel like this is a good kind of setup just for more general types of stuff. That one, this one, that one, that one, that one are all attack kind of traces. As you can see, this one utilizes number 5, which is, I think, the center one. Yeah. Okay. So we need a sphere traces are usually the best for this. Sphere trace for objects. And then let's grab that one. And then we need world location. Start. And so what we're doing here is we're setting it up so that the start and the end of this sphere is going to be this one position. So sometimes you can set it up to where it's elongated, so it's more like a pill, right? But you need to set your start and your end in different positions in the playable space, and then your your system will kind of, when this gets all triggered, will check that. Radius. How big do we want this? Let's go for like, let's just go for 100 for now. And then get, no, not get, we just want array. Make array, and we want to only affect pawns. We need a boolean, or not a boolean, a branch. Need an out hit. And yes, hit actor, and we want to get components. By class. Yes, okay. So usually a lot of tutorials just say do the hit actor, deal damage. But what we want to do is we want to check to see if the person who is hit has the health component. So that way we can deal damage to their health. We need an is valid. Valid. Wait a second. Target is actor. Right, okay, so this is not correct. Component. Components. Okay, so yeah, single. We don't want multiple components, we want a single. Health component is valid. True into execute into is valid. Which damage? Take damage. Split stroke pin. Oops. Okay, so we're doing the basic attack. Damage info, melee, damage response, hit reaction, amount of damage. Let's see. Let's go with like 7 right now, because this is the basic attack. It's not charged. There's just the passive is inactive, so. And then we're going to collapse this. This is going to be kick, box, trace. Oops. What's the error? Let's do kickbox damage. Okay. Copy. Paste. Okay, so now every time this gets called from the animation, it's going to trigger all of this. And then we're going to set the debug type to for duration. I'm going to set this to like 1 second. So now if I compile all of this, right? If I do the first attack, oh, there's your dodge. Okay. So it's only triggering 1. But that's usually because of this timer here. I believe if we adjust it, I should not have deleted like all of that shit so soon. There was something I did with the kick, the bicycle kick, that had some great info. But that's okay. I believe it's the higher the delay on this, the more it will be able to process. So let's go like a delay of 1 second. maybe it's this. Okay. Two. Okay, set this back to 0.1. Trying to remember what I did to make the bicycle kick work with a fast animation. Like, okay, see that? So it's doing 2. So, you know, I was standing still, that's what it was. Still doing 2. Hey guys. Move that over there. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, look at that. It's trying to keep up with the animation. The delay has to be high enough that the animation can do all that it needs to do. I mean, set it to 5, man. Fuck it. Let's see what happens. It's struggling to keep up. Maybe less is more. Less makes it much harder. Just experimenting, so 10 seconds. It's getting 3 consistently now. Okay. I needed to get the initial hit though. So, I mean, it does damage, right? Yeah, it's doing damage. Maybe increase this along with this, just to balance it out. I mean, fuck it. No. 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 Okay. I don't know. Fuck it. I mean, 50 seconds. Shit. Fuck. So, what could you do in this situation, right? You have the initial that it just doesn't pick up, and then it picks up the 3. What could you do? I mean, could set up separate interfaces so that way they're all not trying to keep up with themselves. Maybe 2 separate interfaces. That would actually probably be a lot better. That way you can separate them. So the first one, Kickbox 1, and Kickbox 2 would be the 2 that you could set up, right? And Kickbox 1 and Kickbox 2 could be spread out evenly enough that they would trigger properly. Since this animation is so fast, that's the only thing that I can think of that would make sense in this situation. So we're gonna set that up. Yeah, leave. I'll just rename this one to Kickbox 2. And notify. Yes. And notify Kickbox 2 attack. Then we need the interface. Interface. Kickbox to attack. And we set up the interface first. Yep. Kickbox to trace. Compile, save. To here. Receive. Kickbox to trace. And then get owner. Alright. So now what we have to do is also set up a second one of these, right? So I could probably set this up to be maybe 10 seconds. Because now we're only going to have 2, right? I could just fucking dupe this shit. Let's see. Hold on. Man. Let's see if this works. This could work. This could backfire. There we go. I don't know. I don't think I can add this. No. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. This is actually fine. This is perfectly fine. Okay. Set timer. By event. You know what? Actually, just let's be cool about this. Copy this. Paste. Easy. Easy peasy. Okay. Set up a new event. Kickbox to trace. Easy peasy. Okay. Go back in here. Grab all of this. Copy. Paste. Okay. So this is our kickbox to trace. Kickbox to watch. It's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Okay, now go into the animation. Get rid of this. And we can add kickbox 2. And just to alleviate the pressure, of constantly checking itself. This is just gonna make it, I think, a lot better, a lot smoother. This is fine. Fires everywhere. True. Very true. This is probably my favorite Quake song from Champions. I just love this vibe on this song. Coding in a nutshell. I mean, we haven't gotten to the fires yet. That's the thing. Oh, you just wait, honey bunny. You just wait. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right, let's check this. Yep, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4 collision boxes pop up. Boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So there you go. It works. What I would do though is go back into here to these and set up this delay to be the normal delay of about 0.2, and then compile, and then let's see how that works. Still works. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. Yep, we got it. Okay, so now basically now we have to set it up for each attack montage, which is really easy since we've already set up the system. It's just time consuming. So let's go do it. Kickbox 1 animation has the collision boxes. We are using this animation. Wait, are we using this one or are we using this one? I like this one more. This is combo 2. This is combo 2B. Let's see which one we're using. Let's take one. We need this one. Here we go. 2B. I want to use just combo 2. I like it better. See that? See how easy it is to just put a new attack animation? That's why I love this shit. Because once shit hits the fan, it's just going to be as easy as plug and play. You know? Because the system is already set up. We just need to throw everything around. That's why this phase of the game's production is so important. To establish and set everything up to be as easy as possible to go back into and adjust. I'm glad you understood that reference. So this is the one. Okay. So let's do the do. First attack should be at about 3 frames. Damage. Next attack. I'm gonna play Dark Ages later today, later tonight, whatever. Continue the Ultra Nightmare run. Maybe do a live rat review, I don't know. We'll see. Kickbox 1. Set her up, plug her in. And he's gonna go for the roundhouse kick. I think. How about here? Okay. Combo 2 is set up. Demos. Then we go to combo 3. 16. Should it be at the peak or right about here? Douche in the animation. Yeah, probably right about here. There you go. Okay. Combo 4, last combo. Let's go. Damage. Hell yeah. Banger track. Oh man. He goes for the kick. Boom. And he loads it up. Chambers it. Boom. Save. Let's take a look. The fuck? Oh, you know what? It's the second Anim because I swapped it out. Something's going on with it. It's working. So I just need to figure out what's going on with the animation here. This one. It might have to do with the blueprint over here, maybe? It shouldn't have to do anything with this blueprint. This blueprint kind of focuses on core stuff. The attack... Okay. Attack next. This has the attack next set up. Let's see. It has the attack next set up. Excuse me. Combo 1. It's not plug and play. God damn it. 015. Trying to think what could be happening, because if I swap this back, it'll work, right? Yeah, it works. And it's funny, the animations look pretty cool, man. I'm not even gonna bullshit. Shit looks cool. Like Sonic's going ham and got a bit of like energy. Let's make this up. And I need to think like, okay, so what could be causing this? Because this works. And this one is not coming. Oh, you know what? Right here. I remember now. Yes, okay. I just have to set this up. So the cool thing about the animations is, yes, this actually does, this is important, right? Because we have these groups, and these groups play a massive role, right? In determining whether, like, for example, right here, do you play the animation only for the upper body, or do you play the animation for the whole body, right? So that's what this is doing, right? This is handling head movements based on where the camera is, as well as body movements up and down. So this is for the body, and then this one's for the head. This is something I set up for camera control, which kind of is irrelevant now, so I'll just get rid of this. But this is where full body animations play, right? So as you can see, the kickbox combos are full body animations. And what you do basically is just right here, right? You just set it up. So as you can see, this animation that I wanted to replace the 2B animation with just isn't assigned to the proper group. So we're going to do that right now. And there you go. Simple fix. I always forget that. But let me make sure from here. Yes. Okay. So. And there you go. Animations work. And the hitboxes work. Hitbox is way too big. It's literally behind me, too. So that's not good. But also keep in mind, as you can see, the hitbox is moving with the camera. It's deliberate. It's deliberate that that's happening, right? We need to fix Sonic to where when he's attacking, instead of having this free camera movement, he's going to face wherever the camera is facing. Which is simple fix. But for now, we're just going to kind of leave it. Because we want to work on the... we can get rid of this. This can be gone. Fought. Oops. Didn't want to save. God damn it. I know, I can't wait too, man. Like I want to play this. That's how I know it's kind of we're on the right track. I myself would love to play this. So it's like one of those you gotta want to play what you're working on, and and that's gonna make you want to design it better, make it look better and smoother and cleaner. But it just takes time, you know. It's a slow burn, this one. But I'm trying to like not get hung up on polish because I want to get something out there sooner rather than later that, you know, represents kind of where we're going. Polish can come, you know, later down the line. You know, plus, you know, these models are cool. I made them, but they're not like the models don't look good. The models aren't polished. So I'm not worried about game polish right now, other than making sure things work. That's kind of my concern. I don't want it to be like overdone on the polish side of things. Sanic cameo. I'm doing a Hugh cameo before anything. No other No other cameos until we get the Hugh Hugh cameo. Okay, that's a number one. That's like top of the priority list when it comes to like designing a map. The Easter egg has to be the Hugh Hugh Easter egg. And of course, I have a plan to make that an emote, but that's gonna be when we release Metal Sonic. It's gonna be a Metal Sonic emote. So that's not happening anytime soon. Okay, so we've got that setup. Now we want to work on the passive. Okay, right. So over here on basic damage. Let's rename this. Basic damage. Passive. Ability damage. Passive. So go here because this is a basic attack. Basic damage. Passive. Basic damage passive. So set Taekwondo stance. We have not set that up, I don't think, over here. Motion, idle. Okay, we have, and we've done the. Yeah, we've established the animations. Oh, we haven't. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I think I remember. Yes. Okay. So I need to create the. Yes, I need to create the montages, which is really easy. You just go up here, create anim montage. Just leave it be. Do that for all of these. These Taekwondo ones are gonna look really good, bro. These Taekwondo ones are gonna look really good. They're gonna look so clean. So clean! So preemptively, before we jump into checking to see if the passive works, let's throw these on, right? So Taekwondo 1, Taekwondo 2, Taekwondo 3, and Taekwondo 4. Okay. Animations are placed in the Taekwondo anims. We need to make sure the passive works, but before we jump into that, we want to do this for all the Taekwondo animations really quick. This music is just sounding really good with this. I don't know. I like it. 0.15 on that. Okay, so that means we need to go here. Primary attack. We can get rid of this. Force delete. And we do it all over again. So anim notify Taekwondo attack. Television. Television. Television is the retina of the mind's eye. To the interface. Interface. Taekwondo. Attack. Interface. Oops. Taekwondo 2 attack. Okay. So here, Taekwondo trace. Taekwondo 2 trace. Taekwondo 1. Receive notify. Get owner. Get owner. Sick 'em. Dunzo. Next one. Boom. Two. Get owner. Boom bang bing bong. Okay, so those are set up for 1 and 2, right? And they're spelled correctly, right? Taekwondo. Alright, so now that that's set up, we do our thing here. Damage. And I need to create a new slot. Let me do that now, or before I forget. I need to create the Taekwondo slot. We do that over here. And I'm slot manager, add slot, Taekwondo combos. There we go. Go back here, and then we set it to Taekwondo combos. Boom, boom. That was set to none, so set that to none. Boom. Okay, now combos. Okay, so 3. Five, 9. 2.
Is the retina of the mind's eye.
15. Hell yeah. Get it. And you know what? We need to add. We need to add this. Sonic attack next. Go to the next one. Damage. We go into the Taekwondo 6. Look at those legs, bro. He's kicking. Big kicking. Oh Lord, he coming. Oh Lord, he kicking. He comes back, bro. Comes back. Look at that. Oh, and he's like, you know what? Double tap. Boom. And right about here for the next combo. Save. He does have the kickies. Okay, so that's combo 2, combo 3 time. Hubba, hubba. Demos. Like one. So the reason why we couldn't use the kickbox notify is because we want to increase the damage when we swap to the Taekwondo stance. So, you know, you might think, oh, why don't you just create one trace for the hitbox? And it's like, we could do that, but we want to separate how much damage you do. So I have to create these new ones. Now, that might be redundant. Like, there might be a way to do that I just haven't figured out yet. Like, perhaps with booleans, but it's like, something to figure out later. For now, this is about checking to see if stuff like the passive works, and at least for now, this is the way it'll be. Efficiency is the name of the game for me. Trying to keep the code as efficient as possible and just not messy. And then he comes back. Sorry about that. There's a big kick. Oh yeah, this is the spin one. This one's cool. I like this one. This one's really cool. Sonic Attack next. That's where the new animation can play. Just looks so good. Fuck, man. Okay, save. And then the last combo. Which, you know what? Hold on. Can I see this really quick? Right, you know what? Fuck it, because I was thinking, and I love that fucking stance, dude. Look at that. He just like, he does that fucking like nose thing. That's so fucking like... What does Rex say? It's like just fucking dirty, man. Look at him. He's ready to go, bro. Cunty, yes. Very cunty. It's the cuntiest fucking stance animation I've done yet, which I might have to do another version of this one for him that adds a little bit of that personality to it. But it's like I redid the Taekwondo animations because I felt like Sonic moved a lot, and it's like I don't know if I want that, but at the same time, because of the hitbox. I realized that later down the line, I might make the hitboxes more like, instead of the pill-shaped hitbox that surrounds the player, it'll be a physics-based hitbox that's like actually on the player, like on the arms, and like, so that way it's like wherever the character is, you shoot the character will take damage, and it's more direct instead of like you need to know where the hitbox is, even though the animation kind of moves up a bit. It's, again, just another thing that I have to think about somewhere down the line and implement. It's just, you know, it's going to take a lot of fucking time. That's why this is such a slow burn of a project. And yet I'm learning so much along the process. It's great. Comes in at 9. And then we let that play. Okay. So... okay, so... all this is set. We have all this. Let's change this for now. 25, just so we can get this up like instantly, and I can see if it even works, right? Because charged passive is gonna reset, and that's going to trigger this charged passive based on when you attack. Trigger that, and then we don't have a way to go back. We don't have a way to go back to kickbox, but let's just see. Okay, look at that. We're in the new stance. It worked. But holy shit. It breaks the movement. But look at that, dude. We're in the new stance. That's cool. Okay. Exciting. T-pose supremacy. I have to figure out what causes that. And the attack isn't working either. It disables the attack, or at the very least doesn't do any animations. Is attacking. Oh, you know what? We should set that to disable as well. Is attacking. Is attacking. Set. That might be the reason why the animations aren't playing. Let's see.
In the year 2013, a daring crew.
You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to put on the Sonic playlist. Because that's what we need. And then I need to... There we go. Boom. Sonic playlist is in full effect. Okay. Right. I fixed it, or at least I did something to try to fix it. Alright, still not doing the hit animations. So, there's a few potential... Here's one of the fires, Nix. Here's one of the fires. So... we're gonna put these fires out. So as you can see, we have a Sonic Combat blend space, and we have a Sonic Anim blend space. So usually with the movement that you see, like for example, this is the normal blend space, right? And if I throw up punches, I'm now using the new blend space. So what could be happening, which I'm going to assume is happening, is something to do with the locomotion. Right here. So we do not have a blend space for Taekwondo, which is a problem. This is where we put our movement blend space, and I should probably rename combat blend space to kickbox blend space, just for sanity. Kickbox. And then this should update, should change. So you don't have a blend space for stance 2. Yes. Well, for stance 3 technically, but yes. We don't have a blend space for the Taekwondo stance. We don't have a movement. And that blend space theory is just to fix the T-posing. It's not going to fix the attacking. What's up, Wonderful? I'm doing good. I'm working on a Sonic Hero shooter right now using Unreal Engine. And I love my job. Hell yeah. But it's really cool because we're working towards Prototype 1, which is going to feature Sonic and Shadow, and it's going to be 1v1 on a little map. Kind of a proof to see how systems work online and mechanics and all that fun stuff. Sonic got a complete rework already because I didn't think his shit was good enough, but I'm doing good. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I'm excited to see where this goes. I already kind of reached out to the Sonic community. It's not like there's a person I reached out to, but I did share that this is being worked on. So I'm excited to see, when people kind of take more notice as the project kind of evolves and gets more sophisticated. People will get excited. But either way, this is just like a total passion project. Like, I've always wanted a game where you can play with your friends and play Sonic characters and just like, oh, I'm a Tails kind of player, or I'm a Sonic kind of player, Knuckles. Like, it'd be fun. So I don't understand, first of all, why Sega hasn't done this. Sega's been sleeping on this concept. Like, I get they're doing Sonic Rumble, but that's like a big no, and they've delayed that every single year. It's a massive L. It's dead on release, in my opinion. Dead on arrival. And that's just based on the fact that they keep delaying it. The hype has left. There's nothing that they could deliver that would match expectations at this point. They've delayed it so many times. You'd think that they're making the next fucking big MMO Sonic game, but it's just Fall Guys with Sonic. That's all it is. And then Rivals comes out, and I'm like, why doesn't Sonic fucking have a game like Rivals? What the fuck? I want to be Sonic beating the shit out of Eggman. What the hell? So, you know, modern problems require modern solutions. Okay, so we need a blend space, which means we need more animations. Fuck. I forgot the Eggman skeleton's still there. I gotta get rid of that. Sonic. No. Space. So we have. First of all, this is the wrong. We updated this. This needs to be something else. This is the wrong animation. Really quick, hold on. There you go. Kickbox stance. Let's see how that looks. Looks fine. Cool. So base position needs to have the base stance. Stance anim. Oh, you know what we need to do first? We need to set all of this up. So, fuck. This is just gonna be a whole fucking process. Because I need to create walking animations. I need to create directional animations. Like, it's gonna be a whole. I thought I was done with animations. I thought I could work on the fucking code for the passive. The passive works, right? Let's just be real. Passive works. It triggers when it's supposed to. The problem is when it's triggered, the attacks don't work, and we need a new blend space for Taekwondo. So I might do that, you know, next week or, you know, tomorrow, like just another time. I've been working on this now for about 2 hours, an hour and a half. That's kind of my schedule right now with this, is I work for about 2 hours and then I take a break for the day because I could work on this literally all night, all day, you know, forever. And then my mental health deteriorates and that's when it becomes a problem. And I've already done that before with another project of mine. Here's what we'll do. We'll set this up. We'll set this up so when I come back, it's already good to go, and I just need to do the animations and place them. So horizontal is direction, vertical is speed. Direction, speed. Negative 180, 180, snap to grid. Negative 180, 180, snap to grid. 1000 maximum axis. Okay. Pretty sure that's it. Okay, and now we can start applying things. 600 is our base speed, 1000 is our sprint speed, which we don't need to worry about. Fucking, we don't have any animations for that. Speed 0. Speed 0. Speed 0. Okay. So now when we enter passive, I should not T-pose. Oh, you know what? No. I need to set this up. Okay. Okay. Now. Now I'm sliding. This actually would look cool if he grinds on rails. At least that works. You know what I wanted to show you? Check this out. This is something cool. I'm gonna fix that real quick. There's some tech with this wall run that I'm like obsessed with right now. So this wall, as you can see, you're not supposed to be able to get to the top, right? But you can. There's a way. Oh man. Can I pull it off? Oh man. It's kind of hard to do at first, but then once you like remember the trick, it's a little easy. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Look at that tech. Look at tech. That's tech right there, bro. Let's do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Come on. Like you have to get the momentum of that second jump. Come on. Yes. Tech. 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 Do it again. You know what? You cannot be wall running as you do it unless you can. No. Yeah, you don't get enough like of a boost. You need like the initial boost from the second jump. And if you hit the wall run, your like momentum stops or some shit, dude. It's so fucked. There's gonna be people who can do this shit like regularly, man. And I'm gonna design the map to where it's like there'll be spots like this where it's like, yeah, you can go up this long way and you probably have to like fight your way up, or you can be a fucking sneaky bitch. Do it again. Hit the tech. Come on, hit the tech one more time. Fuck. I can't do my own tech. What kind of dev am I? I literally just did it. Fuck. Oh, it's too fucking hard. God damn it. Oh! Yes! Oh, fuck. Okay, hold on. That's what it is. Got it. Okay, so that's what it is. You have to hit the double jump instantly. Don't wait to hit the apex of your jump here. Just fucking hit it, bro. That's how you do it. Instantly hit the double jump. You get the momentum to get to the top. Get it! Get it. Yes! Show me your moves. That's so sick, dude. Tech points. I'm so hyped, bro. I'm so hyped for this game. I'm the one working on it. I'm so hyped for it. Look at this. Look at this. Dude, look at that. Holy shit. Hold on. Wait a second. This might be broken. Insta-patch. Oh, this might be broken. Hold on a sec. Oh, bro, look at this guy. He goes so fucking high. Holy shit. Oh, man. Oh, bruh. Oh, bruh. That's so doable, too. And I guarantee people are gonna, like, if they're into that, you could easily fucking get that down, bro. Oh, yeah. Come on. Because when you get to the top, you've got to, like, do this trick with the camera and the movement. Because you have no more jumps. Once you've double jumped on a wall, you have no more jumps. The jump button is just going to push you off the wall. So just to show you. Hey, look at that. Fucking busted ass game. Dev doesn't give a shit. There we go. Yeah, like you have to do this weird. So it's like you have to hold the A and W key and angle it just right. You get the speed, and then you can like spin and curve that upper edge and land, dude. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good, and it's so stupid. I love it. I literally discovered that one day, and I was like, what the fuck is this tech that I'm doing right now? This is so stupid. Let's do it right here. Do it again. Come on, get up. Get in there. You might need some, like, space, too. Fuck. I like how the stream has just evolved into me teching out on my own game. Or my own, like, project. Get up there. Yes! Yes! Okay. Super cool, super fun to do. It's shit like that that is just like charm. Lots of charm right there. We're testing. You mean we're teching? We're not testing, we're teching. Tech. Maxing. Maxed out my tech tree, bro. Tech decking. Alright. We're gonna stop for now. You know. We'll do more work next week, next Friday. And I'll be doing work off stream as well. Just, you know, fixing this problem. It's great. Now I have a problem that I need to fix. You know, before it was like I just have to do things, and it's like, okay, which thing do I do? Because I have like fucking, I have so many things that I could and should be doing. Oh god. Still gotta fix Shadow. Shadow, it's funny, I worked on Sonic first, got a lot of the core systems down, then I worked on Shadow, got his attacks and everything and his core systems down. Now I'm back on Sonic. I reworked him from scratch, you know, his kit, and you know, and then I gotta go back to Shadow. I have to rework his kit and think about it. It's just like, bruh. But I tell you what, dude, Magenta coming in last week, or no, it was Monday, coming in Monday with that idea about the Ultimate actually being something substantial was great, because now I don't have to do animations for Capoeira, which was daunting, I would have done it. I would have been fine with it. But it just makes sense, right? Work aside, you know, me being able to say, haha, I don't have to do the work, you know, for the animation, putting that aside, it makes more sense that he has an ultimate that is like the tornado. I like the sonic wind, I'm gonna call it a sonic wind ultimate. It just makes more sense and would be visually a lot cooler and could be a nice setup for the team play. You know, so that way Sonic's just not a complete, you know, douchebag of a character where everything about his kit is very selfish. Like I think he should not be that. I want to avoid that as much as possible. Like I want to lean into team play, like in terms of the ultimates for sure. But I still want people to be able to hold their own. I don't want it to be like Overwatch, where one character can't like 1v1 a tank. Like if he's good enough, he can totally 1v1 a tank. Kind of like Rivals, like that potential's there if that player plays smart. But with ultimates, I want the ultimates to be a lot of setup, but also a lot of like strength. So for Sonic Wind, he does a little tornado with a little animation, pulls everybody to the center of it. So the farther they are, the better chance they have of getting out of it, but the closer they are, the stronger the pull. So that's going to be an interesting thing I have to design. But that would be cool too, because once they're in the center, he'll be just wailing on them. So that technically could be an ult that he just like singles out one person to wail on, which would be hilarious. But it could be used selfishly. The Sonic just singles out fucking, I don't know, like Tails. You know, singles him out, ults on him, pulls him to the center. You just see him in the back line beating the shit out of Tails. Oh, poor guy. Alright. Very cool. Very fun. Boom. We saved. We actually did quite a bit today. We did, as far as the game goes, we did the passive. We set up the passive. We set up the damage collisions, and we got started with the blend space. Got quite a bit done. So, successful day. But now I'm going to continue my Ultra Nightmare Dark Ages gameplay. So, excuse me for being so insensitive. Ugh. I'm gonna put this in the title. I'm gonna put Ultra Nightmare Run base slider settings, so nobody comes in here and asks me that stupid fucking question. What sliders are you on, bro? You made it easy. You didn't earn that Ultra Nightmare. You fuck. Insta-banned. No longer allowed in my stream. No longer allowed to exist in my mind. Mentally deleted. You know what I want to do, which should be interesting. I think I'm gonna turn on the Dark Ages soundtrack and play this. Based, I know. I'm very based. You don't need to remind me. It's okay. You know, some of the things that we all already know, you know, you just gotta let it be. Let it cook. Gotta find the album. Hey, yo, dude, it instantly crashed. This fucking game is garbage. 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10 game. TBH. Unbelievable. Who made this game? Send them to the Nether Realm. Not appreciated. Okay. Where is this fucking album, dude? Holy shit! Doom, Dark Mages, Phases. Okay. It's funny, you know, last time I launched this game, what did it do? Fucking crash, bro. Fucking max crashed. Alright. I'm gonna stop the music for now. Didn't just crash, it fucking ate my PC. Okay. Part 2 of the siege. I made it. How far did I make it next? Do you remember? Was it like chapter 9, I think? And then I died. What chapter are we on? I don't even know. Doesn't tell us here, does it? Nope. Okay. Start the album. And we're going to rotate through the songs. We're going to randomize them. It was probably 9. I think it was 9. I don't think I made it to 11.
Shield is down, and the gate is taking heavy damage.
Okay.
Player, there's a turret in the courtyard you can use to hold them off.
And then we get another wave. Go. And then he should come through the door. Instant bolt. Turreted. That sounds very inappropriate. Sounds wrong. Alright. You're done. Skip. Sorry, if you're here to watch the cutscenes,
Inside the castle,
be gone.
we almost have everyone out.
Be gone. Don't know why my shield didn't get lodged in him. That was weird. So, on my first playthrough of Ultra Nightmare, I didn't really go for any secrets or anything. I kind of realized that you're probably going to want to go for the gold and some of the secrets because there's gold. And so, kind of just like doing that now. Yo, Magenta. I was just talking about you. I was like, your idea was great for the Sonic game.
Commander, he signed off.
The ultimate for Sonic being a little bit more interesting. I've decided to go with Sonic Wind, which is the tornado, because I think it's just cool. Bitch. I also, Nix, I learned about animation, some animation cancels. Like the double barrel animation cancel, when you shoot it instantly block, you don't do the animation to load it up again. Talking bad, I hope. I love my bad rap. I don't talk bad. Okay, that's not what I do. Anyway, this game sucks. It's garbage. Terrible game. The devs, terrible people. Yes. Gold. I love gold. We're coming up on secrets? Yeah. There. Animations. Motherfucker. Sloppy. Fucking sloppy, bro. Okay. You know what? You know what they should have done? I'm gonna say this right now. They should not have done these half-assed glory kill animations, because I actually hate them. I actually hate them because they interrupt game flow. They've already established that they want to do the executions instead, right? Where it's like just a quick melee hit, slow-mo, and then it goes into it goes back into you fighting. But when it actually stops gameplay and you do an animation, it throws me off, A, because I'm expecting the execution, and then B, stuff is still happening around me, like that Hell Knight almost fucking hit me, and I had no control over that. Super annoying, okay? Super fucking annoying. That's why it's like I'm half and half about whether or not just to shoot these guys and kill them. I love how Sonic can shift weather and stuff by just running, and they don't use too much in games. Well, he can't do that. I don't know where you got that from, but he can't do that. If you're talking about the lightning, that's a movie thing, and the movies explain this by saying that's chaos energy. So the movies have established that lightning is chaos energy, right? In the games, the tornado, for example, Sonic Wind, these are kind of like fringe cases of Sonic having like powers. Sonic Adventure 2, when you play the battle mode where you 1v1 someone as Sonic, you can do Sonic Wind. and he can also do chaos control, right? Which is something that only Shadow is supposed to be able to do, which is never brought up ever again. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's like comic book logic where we have to kind of nerf him. Because if he was like Shadow and he could chaos control whenever he wanted, or if he could do it with an emerald, then Shadow loses his kind of uniqueness. And keep in mind also, when Sonic Adventure 2 released, they technically killed off Shadow. I don't know if they thought that Shadow was going to be a one and done character, and then Shadow became popular, and then they're like, okay, his unique selling point is the chaos control stuff, so we have to kind of nerf Sonic again and figure out what the fuck are we doing. But I'm telling you right now, Sonic doesn't control weather with his speed. Josh does not get hit. It is what it is, you know? I don't get hit. I get hit, and then I cry, and then I get upset. Tis what it is. If you have like an example of Sonic controlling weather, I would love to see it, honestly. Fuck, dude, heat up. There you go. I remember the first time I played this area, I got my ass kicked. So, feels good. Feels good, man. Fuck you. Fuck you. Instantly fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you especially. Need to punch someone. There you go. Question is, will we get Judge 100% slider max? I mean, we'll see. I wouldn't do an Ultra Nightmare run with the sliders maxed out, because fuck me. I might do a Nightmare run where the sliders are maxed out, but not right now. Not right now. I'd have to drink a Coke and get my brain hopped up on sugar. I mean, he can do more based on the power. The tornado is one thing, but he could shift clouds and make tsunamis, but I think this don't have use for the game anyway. The thing is those things you're talking about, I've never seen any instance where that is either in the game, in the current run of the comics. Maybe you saw that in the Archie comics, which has been kind of retconned as non-canon for a lot of reasons, not just, you know, the weather, but we won't go into that right now. A lot of other reasons. But like I haven't seen anything in like Sega official work that says Sonic can make tsunamis or shift the clouds by running. I mean, sure, you know, if he runs through the clouds, you know, they might part for him because he's running so fast. Or if he runs through the water, he'll cast waves, maybe. But I don't think he would create a tsunami, for example. The tornado is like it's not a weather related thing. Keep that in mind, right? Like it's not a weather related thing. It's just like a move that creates this like speed tornado, right? Very contained. It's not a giant thing. Like I see where you're coming from with that line of thinking. I don't think it goes as far as you think it goes. That's all I'm saying. Dude, okay, so you want Omega, right? I would want Omega too. And I'm happy to say that he's a post phase 1 prototype character. So he's like one of the first characters that's going to be added after we get through this current phase. Phase 1 is all about laying the foundation for the game, establishing systems, and making sure things are kind of airtight so we can just kind of seamlessly add characters and work on them without worrying about bigger systems. So he's going to be one of the first characters that gets added as part of Phase 2 when we do 6v6 gameplay. But right now we're focused on 1v1 gameplay, and right now we're focused on just laying a bunch of foundation for the code and for the game itself, mechanics, tech, whatever. And yeah, you know, with Sonic, man, I think it depends who's writing for him. Okay, Sega, I'm gonna tell you right now, has a very strict, like, don't do this, don't do that, kind of system for the comics. So it's up to Sega. At this point, they haven't done anything like that, so we have to assume Sonic can't do any of that. And the only reason Sega is kind of like the unspoken keepers of this is because of what happened in the Archie Comics era. Of Sonic. So that's why it's like, yeah, in theory, because he's fast, I see where you're coming from, of course. Like, yeah, that makes sense. But, you know, until Sega says, oh, he can do this, I have to just assume he can't do any of that. Oh, shit. The fuck was that? That was like the easiest trap. I've never even seen that trap before either. What the fuck? Oh, I see you, you manky piece of shit. Trying to sneak up on me, bro. Someone else? I heard someone. Who else? No one? Does Sonic X count? In terms of canon, I don't think so. Sadly. The thing is Sonic X adapted official Sonic media, technically, right? But they put their own spin on it and they added new characters. And so far, Sega has not acknowledged any of those characters. Chris Thorndike is not acknowledged. Cosmo is not acknowledged. The same way, like, from Archie Comics, Sally Acorn, Bunny Rabbit, none of those guys are kind of acknowledged. The thing is around the 90s, early 2000s era of Sonic, they let a lot of people kind of just go ham with the IP. And I feel like that did a lot of damage to the IP. Archie Comics is like the prime example of the kind of damage that I think moving forward from now on they want to avoid. Like, they don't want to give up too much creative control on the IP and what can or can't Sonic do, what new characters get introduced. You know, because it creates a lot of division within the Sonic community in terms of like where does the canon kind of sit, and it becomes harder to tell a story in that way when there are just a shit ton of people telling their own story. Oh, I see those bitches. Oh, fuckers. Fuck you, bro. Ugh. Okay. Sega don't want Sonic to be the Flash, I guess. Well, no, so that DC crossover with Sonic, I'm not gonna say is canon, but that's something that Sega set up and is like fully in support of. But like that doesn't mean just because Sonic and Flash are getting along and you know whatever in the comics, it doesn't mean that Sonic is now Flash, right? Sonic is still Sonic. He has his own, you know, powers and things that he does. So it's like you just have to let Sega get there, right? And I feel like Sonic's quote-unquote powers are kind of like, I won't say they're simple, but like he's strong, he's fast, and then a bunch of stuff in between that he can do, right? That's like related to those two things. So he has like the somersault, he has the homing attack, and he has you know, a bunch of other stuff. But it's like I've read some of the comics, the IDW run. First of all, they're great comics. You should read them if you're like into Sonic, because it's a cohesive universe now, and Sonic in Sonic Frontiers even references the comics. So IDW Comics Sonic is canon now because Sega has complete control over it, and they have people writing for that story that are being watched by Sega, right? They don't want him to do stuff that Flash does, right? Because they're separate characters. Sonic is not Flash, right? Sonic is not Flash, therefore Sonic cannot do things that Flash could do, right? Yeah, like time, like the thing is, I want to say this is it's like addressing the time travel in Sonic CD. He time traveled, right? But he time traveled because of something like kind of abstract, right? Like the things that the future and the past things that he would run into, right? If he went a certain speed, he would travel through time. But again, it's never been referenced ever again that he can travel, he can time travel now. Like that's never been a thing, right? It's the same with in Sonic 06, the Chaos Emeralds could be used to time travel. It's never been referenced again. So you have to keep in mind that there's a lot of things that, you know, happens in Sonic's history that if they're not being referenced constantly or if they're not being used, it's more likely than not that I'm not going to say it's retconned, but it's probably not something that they really want to use. For example, the Super Chaos Emeralds or something, like in Sonic 3, I think, Hypersonic is not canon. You know, Hypersonic was a Sonic 3 thing where you take, I think it was like the Chaos Emeralds and the Super Emeralds, and then you can go hyper, not just super, but hyper. So there was like another tier to the power scaling. They completely retconned that. They said that is not a thing. We don't want that to be a thing. So there's a lot of things they've already retconned, and there's a lot of things that they've done, but looking back in retrospect, they don't want to do now. So that's why that whole thing, there's like a whole era of Sonic that just was out of control story-wise, power scaling-wise. Like, no one had any idea how strong Sonic actually is until now. Now it's like, okay, Sega is establishing how strong he is and what he can do and all this stuff, right? Like, I would say for me, I just play the games. I'm not like thinking about that. Of course, now that I'm working on this game, I think about it a little bit, but I try to keep it within a very like small window, right? Like, because Sonic to me is a simple character. He's not like Superman. He's not like Flash. You know, he's not like Batman, right? He runs and he homing attacks enemies and he might punch them, you know, and fight them, you know, like in Sonic Frontiers. But it's the simplicity of the character that's super fun, right? In Sonic Frontiers, they kind of raised the bar, right? They added abilities that he can do, attacks, and like combos, and all these things. And yet it was still kind of simple in that way. So he kind of does have abilities now. He can attack and go hand to hand now. He can parry, he can dodge. Like these are things that they have added officially in Sonic Frontiers. So with that being said, to me, it's like, okay, then he can fight, right? Like he knows how to fight. I mean, he was already in Sonic the Fighters. He was already in Sonic Battle. He was already in Black Knight. So he has combat experience, right? So those I take into consideration. But when it comes to like these kind of ideas where it's like it's not established, then I kind of have to take that with a grain of salt. It's fine to imagine and it's fine to dream, because I think that's the beauty of loving a character and then dreaming about what they can do. I think that's fine. I'm just saying that when I think about all this stuff, I just kind of focus on what Sega does. Because technically speaking, in the Archie comics, Sonic does a lot of stuff, man. Sonic does a lot of stuff in the Archie comics. Tails does a lot of stuff. Knuckles. Oh god. The echidnas in the Archie comics. It's a Pandora's box we can never open. Must stay shut. Hey, Teacup. Doom. Boptical. Oh no. Oh no. Is that a diabolical reference in the year of our Lord 2025? Bless him. Turn that down a bit. Hey yo, nice. You were actually referencing Diabolical. I was joking because nobody fucking knows that game, but it's based that you do. Can I go back up here, please? Thank you. How do I get that gold? I think I've already passed the Rubicon on that, have I? Oh, no, I haven't. It's this way. Well, thanks for the love, Teacup. Bottical reference is very pog. It's been a long time since I've gone into Boticle. Boticle is the reason I'm even working on Project Frontiers, which, you know, I think is cool. I think it's really cool that that game kind of paved the way for me to start making stuff. It inspired me. Inspired. Also the Sonic Chaos control on Sonic 2, he can do it on multiplayer versus mode, can't he? Yeah. Yeah. That's what I mean. It's never referenced ever again, man. Like, that's a one game deal. You know? Very wholesome. Oh yeah. It's funny, before I started with Boticle, I was a very shy and quiet rat. I did not talk much in that server because, first of all, everybody there was intimidating. But also, I was new to the AFPS stuff. But eventually I got my wings. I earned my wings. And then I flew away. Dude, look at that. That was fast. God damn, dude, that was fast. Dude, I love that. Fuck you.
Several demonic signals are moving to nervous position. Its address. Layer.
Need gold. I need gold. I think I missed my gold over there. Oh yeah, no, I can go back. I need that gold. Upgrades are super important. I need all I can get right now. Oh, scheisse. Where did I come from? Here. Yeah. Boom. Nice. Alright. Now we can progress, finish the level. Let's see. I only occasionally lurk the Boticle Discord. It absolutely has its own characters, lol. True. True. Truer than anyone might believe. Perhaps an understatement. Your organized tourneys were fun to watch. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Those were a lot of work. But I loved the community. I loved everybody. I was willing to do whatever just to make people happy. But that's pretty much the only medical media I've consumed since the release. Yeah, I mean, I think they might have bit off more than they could chew with this new game. You know, it's tough. It's a tough one. With the first Diabotical, I feel like, you know, your hands are tied. You can't do much. It's a Quake-like true and true, or through and through, not true and true. But with this new one, I feel like they kind of shot themselves in the foot, which is unfortunate. Like I was fully ready to go into the new game and be like, okay, fresh start. Let's start from scratch, guys. Let's do something fresh. You want to do the rogue stuff? I'm here for it. Sounds interesting. And then you get into it and it's just, you know, it's PvP, which is fine. It's kind of like a painful sigh, like we're doing PvP again. Okay. And then it's cool at first, but then you realize there's a cadence, a specific cadence, and there is a meta that kind of just outshined everyone else on the roster. And then you're just kind of like, we're back to that place where it's very inaccessible, which is frustrating, right? Because I wanted to get new faces, new people on board. I was ready to keep doing tournaments and being a part of this community. I was ready to work on survival again, quite honestly. I had a whole plan for survival too, but it just never materialized because, you know, the editor basically took, you know, 10 steps back, much less than 2 steps back. It was like 10 steps. So, yeah, and then they were talking about the PvE. They showed off stuff for the PvE, and I was just like, man, this PvE is just not what I expected. So, you know, back in the day, I had all these like ideas for what I wanted to do for Survival 2 and how they could have taken Survival, made it this cool thing. Seeing the second game, I was like, oh, they're going to do that. They're going to improve that. And then no. What's funny though is I don't think anybody really wanted that game at the end of the day, which is sad. It's really painful to see. Listen, I'm a good studio fanboy. Boticle aside, there's a lot of people in that team that I just love. They're great people, friendly as hell. They were super helpful when I was getting started in the community and were very supportive of what I was doing. So I've got nothing but love for them. So that's what makes it hard to see them kind of go down this path, and it just feels like it's the Dark Ages. It's the darkest timeline. Really, it's the darkest timeline. But it's great to see a face from that community. It's always great. You know, it's funny. I was playing Marvel Rivals the other day, and I ran into someone who was from the Barnacle community, and they recognized my username, which was great. It was great to see them. You know, we said hi. We were on the same team. Played the match. Won the match. You know, little moment of, yeah, I remember those days. And then we went our separate ways. But it just feels great. It's such a small world. It's one thing I'll carry with me probably for the rest of my life is my time there. Okay. Let's get on through. Turn that back on since I'm rambled out. Okay, so come back to me, baby. There you go. No, no. Fucking what just happened? Oh my god. You know, sometimes this game hits, sometimes it doesn't. And you're left just kind of like sad. Fucking come back to me, man. Holy shit. Okay. Bruh. Bruh. Okay. There's just something off about this game. Like, it feels so good, and then sometimes shit just fucking goes crazy. I don't know what to do. I tried to scratch my head behind the game's mission too. The engine they have is real impressive, and I wish the folks behind Good Studio all the best. Always thought the reasoning behind everything was prep for the Steam release of original Barnacle. Praying they don't go under.
We lost hundreds when they
I don't think they'll go under. James is, to me, if there's anything about James that I think is true, it's that he is a businessman through and through. Like, the fact that for 7 years, Good Studio existed without a product, I think is a testament to his business acumen. So, if there's one thing you can be sure of, it's death, taxes, and Good Studio will always be around. But yeah, I'm pretty confident in James. You know, that he'll be able to pull it together somehow, some way. He'll find the path, just like he always has. I mean, dude, that was like my biggest line of questioning back in the day. Like, how do you survive as a business owner and say, I'm going to make a product, and for 7 years have nothing, right? And then just, like, survive. It's fucking unheard of to me. But yeah, they have a great engine. They've got great tech. It's underutilized. I think a PvP underutilizes the engine massively. Fuck. Christ. Go. Stream Yames had about the new Barnacle, talking about sponsors, mods, and all the sort. Certainly cleared the air for me. As a nerd, it disappointed. Their focus isn't on the classic experience the first game offered, but certainly wicked stuff all around. Same way I live on bread and cup noodles and I'm still alive. Exactly. if James really wants that company,
The demons are drawn to it.
he'll live off the only thing he can. Oxygen. To keep that company running. I thought it was hilarious he asked if gambling sponsors were okay. You know what I think is funny is I want to say to your point about you're disappointed that the classic experience wasn't the focus. You know, I wanted them to move away from Quake stuff, but being that they are all competitive focused people and James has a Quake-like background, it may have been the thing where it's like maybe they should have leaned into that more and basically done just Diabolical 2, so new models and all that, but it's this classic Quake experience. I don't know if that would have helped them financially, but if there's one thing I've learned in these past couple of years when it comes to business and like, you know, all that stuff is do one thing and then do that thing better than anyone else on the market and you will find your audience. You know, I feel like Diabolical 1 was almost there. It was almost there as far as a Quake-like, right? There were some things that I think a lot of people liked, and I think there were some things that people didn't like. And maybe the best move would have been to take the concepts of the first game and just improve it. Make it better for the second game. The fact that they strayed so far from it, it turned off their whole audience. They lost a lot of people. They gained a lot of new people, but the game didn't have enough staying power that the new people stayed. And the competitiveness of the new game was so much that I think it was like a game that was directed towards their old audience, but their old audience really didn't, you know, take to it. So they were creating almost a new audience. It's like, yeah, I think looking back in retrospect, maybe they should have stayed to what they know and what they're good at. You know, they could have been one of the few studios that actually still works on boomer shooters, or not boomer shooters, AFPS. And been really good at it too, because they're all former pros. Or they were in that world. So, but the fact that he, you know, James, he wanted to do an RTS at one point. He wanted to do, like, I think a huge variety of games. The focus on what is good studio, right? What do we represent as a company? I think still to this day it's not clear. So, like, a company that doesn't really have a mission statement as to what we do and what are we good at, I think is barely a company at all. You know, we can say that we make competitive games, but then it's like, okay, what kind of competitive games do you guys make? And are you good at any of the games you've made, right? So it's interesting. At least he didn't want NFTs, you know. It's very true.
Sarah, the Slayer has reached the cliffside barracks.
You never know, though. You never know if that might have been... There might be an alternate universe where it does happen. Ugh, excuse me. Anyways, I'm super happy that people like you are still out there, you know, doing your thing. Stay positive, you know. At least Boticle still exists. You know, I was one of the guys back when Rogue was alive, you know. I was one of the guys who was like, listen, shut down the Boticle servers. Fuck it, let's just Shut it down. So, I mean, at least James is keeping those servers up. At least he is kind of true to his word in those areas, so... We gotta count our blessings on this shit. Jesus, you're fucking strong, dude. Okay, I like how this game is basically just throw the shield simulator. 3 out of 10 gameplay. Oh yeah, you guys. Stupid bitch. Big ups for keeping it real. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Thanks, bro. Haha. You're keeping it 100. Haha.
Clear a path.
So basically they just went back to Doom 2016 gameplay. I mean, yes, but actually no. Sorry, Teacup. I'm a bit of an ass sometimes. I apologize. Maybe it might be the oh fuck. It might be all those years of Bodical and Yames. Gold. More gold over here. It's like, listen, Doom 2016 is if you play 2016 and you play this, you'll be able to tell that it is nothing like each other, right? Like, I get where you're coming from. I actually do put this, like, in terms of my scale, this is on par with 2016. It's a little slower. It's a little more bearable for my, slowly turning to mush brain. But there's the nuance of 2016 is not here. Right? Like, I feel like in 2016 there was a gameplay nuance, and the focus was the what is it? The weapon swapping, right? Which became elevated in Eternal. They like went ham to the bone on the weapon swapping. Maybe a little too much. But that's just me. I'm much slower now than I was when I first played Eternal. I went back and tried to play it again, and I was unable to keep up. It's too fast for me, man. But this game, bringing it back to basics, I think is good. And that doesn't mean that it's exactly like 2016, right? Like I said, you have the weapon swapping and stuff
These mines were built to harvest the raw materials
in 2016.
Forge is inside.
Like, I like the shield. I like that Ultra Nightmare is fucking super easy. I feel like I shouldn't be saying this. I feel like this is an argument against the game. I don't know. I like the loop. I like the gameplay loop. I was mixed at first, and then I played it, and then I realized, oh, yes, I do like drugs. Holy shit. Chad is just a Quake player. Oh, man. Not anymore, man. Listen, I haven't relapsed in, I think, 2, maybe 2 years. Okay, you're gonna make me relapse again if you talk about that game. Okay, I've been listening to the soundtrack for Quake Champions.
We can enhance your weapons.
It's beginning, you know, like the relapse. It's coming. I wanna just walk around as Ranger. Quaker. Nix is like, please don't go back there. Please don't go back to that place.
Levels of demonic presence near the forge.
It's too late, Nix. Can't stop, won't stop. Nah, but you know what? I feel like if I did go back to Quake, I would not be able to play it. I'm way too slow nowadays. It's crazy how slow I've gotten. I can barely play fucking like Call of Duty Zombies. I've actually stopped fucking playing that. I can barely play Payday. I'm an old man now, okay? Come on, baby. There we go. Gib armor. No! Fuck. Ah, you fuck. Yeah. Cool. I thought he was gonna have another phase, but I remembered he's actually a little bitch. Talking about Quake, I'm excited about the new Painkiller. Bruh, you have no idea how excited I am for that Painkiller, okay? That was like the dream, okay? They're doing what I always thought boomer shooters should do, man. Co-op! What the fuck? How have we all forgotten collectively as boomer shooter enthusiasts that co-op is like fucking based? It's like the one thing I remember the most as a kid doing when I played boomer shooters. Setting up a server, getting my buds in, trying to get them to play with me. Oh look, we're on chapter 9 already. Hell yeah. I'll get 4 times the bullied. Yeah. You're the clown though, Nix. You always got to take the pie to the face. That's just how this works, man. I'm more than 10 years waiting for Belial, 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 Belial a return on the game, and they just went spin-off. So we can call this game Doom the Old Ages. Oh yeah. For sure. The Dark Ages for boomers, because you know, it's never gonna be like it was back in the fucking 90s. It's Jover, you know.
That heart powers the forge. It needs to be reactivated.
Stand and fight, bro. Plug and play. That's true. That is this game's motto, right? Stand and fight. So that's pretty much all you do. You just stand and parry and fight. So based. And then you plug the shield and play. Boom. Easy peasy. Plug and play. Plug and play. It's that easy, folks. If you're an old man who has dementia, welcome back. You can play Doom now. If you're an old man who has dementia and the only thing you remember is the shotgun sound on the Doom, 93, this will tickle your pickle. Okay, bro. Slow down. Thanks. Okay. Let's get you nice and overcharged. There we go. There we go. Stuff you with that. And kill your ass. Hell yeah. One tap. Give me ammo. Boom. Oh, look, it's this guy. Fuck me. Fuck. Getting a little too cocky here. Alright, back off of him. I see you, bitch. Need health. Oh, Lord have mercy. There you go. Ah. Fuck yeah. Go this way, get my goal. I'm just trying to get my schmoove on. It's funny, Teacup was talking about Bodicle and how sad they are, but I can only imagine what the Midnight Guns guys are feeling. Am I right, chat? Am I right, chat? Brutal burn. You mean that Bernie Sanders can play Dark Ages? Probably, bro. Turn them sliders all the way down. The bro is getting past at least 3 stages. Okay? I'm playing a completely different game when I play the Dark Ages. That's based, okay? I think we should all be able to play our favorite games the way we want to play them. Doom the way you want to. Oh, bruh. That felt good. Fuck you. Boom. Boom. Let me just shove that in your face. Boom. 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 Fuck your mother. That's a Knicks cut right there. The next Doom game is a looter shooter, confirmed, by the way. Hell yeah. Boomer looter shooter. Oh, bro, that'd be pretty cool. Well, you know what? Nightmare Reaper did that. Nix, you should check out Nightmare Reaper. I think I bought it for you. I feel like I bought that for you. Fuck. Fuck you. Eat it. Okay. Hell yeah. Bing chilling. Hey, yo, what the fuck? Haha. Get fucked. Show me what you got, buddy. There you go. That's how it's done, gang. That's how it's done. Fucking Christ. Bitch. Fucking shit, bro. Hell yeah. Oh, I have the key. For a second I thought I didn't. Whew. Okay, just take a 5 here, take a minute to breathe. Let me change the song. There we go. More atmospheric stuff. Hell yeah. I need ammo. Badly. Some more gold over there. How am I doing? Okay, this is a big fight here. So let's get to it. Got him. That went a lot smoother this time around. Last time I think I almost died. Which is silly when you think about it. Turn up the slider for ammo. Oh no. Bro said turn up the slider for ammo. Oh no. Okay. You know what's funny? This is probably the first Doom game that I'm actually kind of obsessed with the Ultra Nightmare run right now. Maybe it's because it actually feels like I probably could do it. The other ones, I just kind of cheesed it and used an exploit. Because fuck it, who cares? But this one, it's like, I'm actually down with challenge runs. This game's got me, like, kind of
Almost finished.
feeling a certain way.
One more swing.
feeling a certain way about you. I'm feeling a certain way about you. Hell yeah. Okay, charge up, and go in. Boom. Hell yeah. You know what? I'll save that. Let's keep that. Let's keep that right there because I don't really need it right now. And that's like full health and full armor. So, you know, before I end the level, I'll probably come back for it. But in the meantime, we've got skulls to crack. Boom. Go. Go. I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but fuck off. Okay, let's go, buddy. Stand and fight, bro. Stand and fight. Stand and fight, bro. You're not standing and fighting, bro. You suck. Who's still alive? Oh. I killed him so fast the game was like, oh, you're done already? Holy shit, dude. Holy shit, dude.
The heart has been primed. We can use the forge now.
We can use the forge now. We can use the forge now. Easy. Easy. Let's see. I think I got all the wolves. We can get that crystal now. I hope. Let's go find out. I need the crystal for that, or for that. I'd probably rather use it for this. I'm not using the combat shotgun for damage. I'd probably use it for armor, but even then, I have the flail. So, it's just a super shotgun ultra nightmare run. That's a mouthful. Say that 10 times fast. Boom. Alright, let's go see if that did it. Hey, what's up, guys? Nice try. There's gold over there. There's gold in them thar heels. Let's go get it. Interestingly enough, Doom Guy in this game is a total pillager of gold. Hey yo, what's the what are you Mandela affecting? Fuck him. Fuck him. Alrighty. Let's see. And I think that's everything. Or at least everything I care about. Let's go upgrade the shotgun. So that way I can be big boy badass. Super shotgun, yes. Super barrel stuffer. Let's go, bitch. Show me what you fucking got. Oh, shit. Fuck. There you go. Bro hit me with the one move that I fucking hate, the overhead. That charge on that? Fuck him, man. I think there's an extra life in that little section right here. Let's go check. Maybe I don't have to go all the way to the other one. I remember there was a video stream of Bernie playing Eternal. And I can't find traces of it on the internet. Yeah, I think you're trip maxing right now. I feel like I would have heard about that. I'm sure he's played a game before. I don't think it was Eternal though. Might have been 2016, but might not have been Doom at all. All right, this is where I died last time, folks. Let's see what happens this time. Bitch. I'm like, was it here? Oh, it might have been over here. Yeah, it was right here, actually. Let's see. Wait a second. I gotta time this just right. Okay. Yeah, you see, last time the fucking Revenant got me good. And I did not have control over that situation at all. Like, it was fucking... It was stupid. It was pretty pathetic the way I died. But shit happens. Alright. Fucker. You fuck. Okay. Oh, bro. You little bitch, get over here. What the fuck is your problem? Fuck you. Trying to go for gold, homie. just take care of these guys first. Go. Fuck it.